Hello there. Thank you so much for pressing play and joining me. Sometimes you just have to press play. Get down here on your mat with me and let's start our bodies moving. I'm going to make my way carefully all the way down onto the mat. Just wiggle around a little bit, find yourself a nice comfortable spot. My knees are bent. I would like yours too. Feet are flat on the mat. Wiggle your toes a little bit. Even see if you can reach them as far apart as you can. And then really press them into the mat. And then make sure you have pressure on your big toe, your little toe, your heel. And then inhale. On the exhale, start feeling some energy between your knees like you're holding a pillow right there. And then inhale. On the exhale, feel your rib cage settle into the mat. Start breathing into the sides and back of your rib cage, that intercostal breathing. Let's add just a little bit of movement here. Inhale as you shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. And inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, reach your arms long down by your side. And one more time. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, your arms long down by your side. Press those arms into the mat. Nod your chin just a smidge and feel the length in your spine all the way through your neck. And then let's start moving here. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips. Pull your lower back into the mat, but don't lift up quite yet. Just a nice good pull with that lower back pressing into the mat. And then reach your tailbone long and back into that neutral pelvis position. And just start that little easy rock and roll. I feel the need to just be a little gentle start, not hit it running right out of the gate. We'll get there. Don't fret. The adjustment into back to school. The dust is settling, fall's coming. I wish the weather would get cold and match, but we'll take it, whatever it is. Either way, I love fall, and I feel like we should appreciate it. And come hold it in the middle, and then just rock your hips side to side, right and left. My knees are staying still, so you're getting that same movement of rocking back and forth, but this time it's side to side, letting your spine twist. A small movement just to get warmed up. And then come to the middle. We're going to create a little circle. So pull your lower back into the mat. Let your right hip drop to the right. Tailbone reaches far and away from you as you lift your belly button to the ceiling. And then left hip drops and twist to the left. Imagine that there's a little rim of a bowl that goes from your belly button to your right hip, to your pubic bone, and over to your left hip. And I'm just circling that around nice and easy, getting your spine slowly warmed up. We're sneaking in up on it, essentially. And then switch directions. My knees are staying still, so this is really movement right through your core, getting your spine moving. If your knees are moving, it kind of overcompensates and other things. It's not what I'm looking for, is what I'm saying. So see if you can really just keep it in your hips, your pelvis, your abdominal muscles, and your spine. Let's do one more time around. Belly button to the left, pubic bone over the top, and to the right. And settle right back into the middle. And from here, let's rock your hips. Peel and curl. Continue lifting those hips all the way up to the ceiling. Really hold that tuck, finding that length across the front of your body. Inhale. On the exhale, articulate all the way down. Arms are pressing into the mat, so you can almost get an oppositional force to get more individual movement out of your spine and back. Uncurl completely at the bottom. A nice good inhale here. On the exhale, no butt, all abs as you do that initial tuck. And then peel and curl. Once you're up at the top, you can feel your glutes helping you along here. Reach your knees to the other side of the room so the backs of your legs are firing. And get those hamstrings awake. Inhale and exhale. Articulate all the way down. Uncurling completely at the bottom. Inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up. Hold it up here, and I want you just to relax that right side of your body. I'm even just, you can reach around and make sure your rear end is just a soggy bowl of oatmeal hanging behind you on that right side. That left side is still active, and I'm definitely tilted and dipped to the right. And then you're going to articulate down that right side. Your right hip is going to hit first. You're going to rock through to that left hip, and then you're going to peel and curl up, leading with that right hip. Knees again are staying nice and still. Come through the center at the top, letting that right side drop. Articulate all the way down. That right hip hits first. Rock it through the center to that left hip and peel and curl, leading up with that right hip. We're going to do 3 on each side. This is 2. One more time as you dip down on that right side. Let it articulate down with beautiful control. Rock through to that left hip and peel and curl all the way up to the top and back to center. And then here, let's switch sides. Let that left side drop. Have that tilt and articulate down that left side of your body. Rock through to the right side and peel and curl all the way up, leading with that left side. Come through the center, dropping that left. Articulate down your left side. Rocking through. Once again, make sure those knees are hanging out right where they are, right in the middle. They don't get to come along for the ride. They're staying there. Pressure on your feet, energy between your knees. Last one, drop that left hip, and your arms, of course, are still pressing into the mat. Just making this move nice and dynamic. Come through the center, rock over to that right hip, peel and curl, lift, leading that left. Come back to the center, hold here, inhale. On the exhale, articulate all the way down. Oh, from here, feet together and your knees come together. Interlace your hands behind your head. Inhale. On the exhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. And hold for an inhale. And exhale, lower it all the way down. And once again, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Make sure your hands are heavy and your head is heavy in your hands, And I can just see my elbows right out the corner of my eyes. And hold it up here. And then lower it down. Make sure that rib cage stays down even as you come down. Don't let it pop up. I don't want a Mack truck to be able to drive under your rib cage. Maybe under your lower back right now, but not your rib cage. Head, neck, and chest lifts up. Hold. Reach around, grab the backs of your legs. Curl yourself up just a little higher. Now stay there. Hands come up to the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your head. Let your head be heavy in your hands. And then from here, float your right leg up to tabletop. And then float your left leg up to tabletop. And tap that right toe down to the mat. Bring it right back up. And left toe taps. My knee is staying at 90 degrees. I'm hinging at my hips, stabilizing with my abdominal muscles. If it's a little too much with your head up, by all means, put your head down. You can bring your hands right down by your side. So choose your own adventure. I trust you to listen to your body and do what works. Keep those legs going. If your head is lifted, I want you to add a rotation to that opposite knee and cross and cross. And cross, and cross, cross, and cross. Let's do 4 and 3, 2, and last one. Both knees come up. Glue those knees together, and both feet, pull that lower back into the mat, and both feet are going to go towards the mat, and bring it right back up. And float them towards the mat. Bring them right back up. If your lower back doesn't want to stay down all the way, don't quite go all the way to the mat. I want you to do a range of motion that your abdominals will support. Let's do one more. Tap it down and bring it right back up. Head comes all the way down if it's not there. Hands come up to the ceiling. And from here, shoulders really press towards your hips. Feel your neck nice and long. Inhale. On the exhale, feel your rib cage really settle into the mat. And then let's scissor your arms. One arm comes over your head and come up and switch. And switch. And switch. and switch. Just feel that range of motion with your arms. Feel your arm moving. It's connected to the middle of your back there. And as your arm comes over your head, aim to keep it straight. Sometimes it wants to be a little bent, a little crooked. I want you to keep your shoulder out of your ear and your arms straight. Just one more time each side, just because it feels good to get my body moving. Hands come up and they come out to the side in a little goalpost. Knees are still glued tight, tight together. Pick that left hip up to float those knees over to the right. Use the left side of your waist to pull it back to center. And float those legs over to the left. And pull it back to center. Shoulders are quiet on the mat, so as your knees float over to the right, that left shoulder is still happily on the mat. And pull it back to center. Take it over to the left. And use your waist, pull it back to center. And to the right. Pull it back to center. And left. And pull it back to center on the exhale. Right leg is going to go long on the mat. Left leg goes long on the mat. I lied. Let's actually bend them ever so slightly for this first one. Float your hands up to the ceiling. Shoulders are pressing down towards your hips. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs. Slide those legs out. Sitting up. Belly button pulls backwards. Reach those arms forward. Our legs are straight now. Let's see if we can keep them straight. If you need to bend them again, go for it. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Sometimes that first one is the hardest. Once it gets warmed up, we got it. So hopefully that works for you. And if not, maybe tomorrow's your day. So bend your knees as you need it. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts, and bring it up. Lifting those rib cage up over your hip bones. And take it right back and down. Inhale, bring it up. And take it down. One more time. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Bring it up. And then we're going to take it down to your shoulder blades. Hold your chest, shoulders, neck, and head up. Right leg comes up to tabletop. Left leg comes up to tabletop. Grab the backs of your legs. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. Come back to the center. Arms and legs go long. And bring it right back in. And reach. And bring it in. And reach. And reach. Nothing floats up in the center as your arms and legs go long. Keep it down. If you need to modify this, your hands can come behind your head. To give your head a little support, let's do 2 more. One more time. Hold it here. Head comes all the way down. Left foot floats to the mat. Right ankle goes on that left knee. Float that left leg up to tabletop. Wrap your hands around your left thigh. And then I want you to use your elbow to push your knee open and get a little bit more rotation in that right hip. And then float to the left a little bit. And I want you to make sure that your tailbone is reaching long and away from you. So I'm not curling up into a ball. I'm really trying to keep my back flat. And that stretch will really get exciting in your right hip. And then from here, circle those ankles around. I feel like I just need a little movement in all my joints in my body today. So while our legs are up, let's circle those feet. Get your ankles moving, really getting a good range of motion. Feel all the different angles your foot can have. Switch directions and your toes. Whew, my brain just had a moment. I was having a hard time circling my feet in opposite directions in this orientation. Easily confused today, I admit. And then float that left leg down. Unwind yourself. Left ankle goes on your right leg. Float that right leg up. Fingers and hands wrap around that right thigh. I'm going to encourage my left knee open with my left elbow. Float slightly to the right. And then again, really reach that back flat so you're not curling up. We're not going for a ball position. We might do that right after this, but not right now. And exhale. And once again, let's add some foot movement. Let's just flex our feet and point. And flex and point. And flex and point. It's not about just the flex and the point. Make it yummy, so feel all the different angles of your feet and toes going through this motion. Flex and point. One more time. Flex and point. Good. From here, float that right foot down to the mat. Left leg is in tabletop. Right leg is going to come right back up to join it. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab your shins. Pull them in close to your chest. Curl yourself up now. Now you are going for that little ball position. Belly button, look into your belly button. And I want you just to start rocking back and forth. Getting a little massage across your back. And then coming all the way up, balancing right behind your tailbone here. Shoulders are relaxed, and I want you to do the same thing. Rock back, stay off your neck and your head. Come right back up to the top and hold, and take it back and hold. I do not have a big grip on my shins, and neither should you, by the way. So I want you to be using your abdominal muscles to curl yourself into that ball and take it back. If you want to check yourself, you can bring your elbows to your knees, hands to your head, and rock back, come up and hold. Whew. A little wiggly on that one, excuse me. And take it back and bring it up and hold. And take it back. Last one, bring it up and hold. Good. And let's just sit up, straighten our legs out. I'm going to separate your feet about the width of the mat. If you have a hard time sitting up or if it gives a lot of strain through your hips, get a little box or something to sit on. You can even roll your mat up. Find a way to relieve that because I don't want you to be straining through your hips here. Arms are going to come out to the side. You're going to inhale as you rotate to the right. Back thumb goes down. Pinky finger reaches for that opposite pinky toe as you saw it right off. And I'm sawing with a beautiful flat back. Belly button's pushing towards your thigh. And then imagine somebody's pulling that right arm and you're going to get pulled right back up to the top tall. Rotate back to the center. Take it to the left. Saw off that opposite pinky toe. Bring it back up and center. Inhale as you rotate. Back thumb goes down. Exhale as you reach. Inhale comes back up and exhale, turn. Inhale, rotate. Exhale, saw, bring it back up and center. And we go inhale and saw, bring it up and center and to the left and reach. Bring it up, center. This feels good. We're doing it one more time. Reach and come up. Rotate, growing taller. Rotate even taller here. Saw that opposite pinky toe off. Come back up and center. And let's quietly make our way onto your elbow and your belly. Elbows. I assume you have two. All right, from here, elbows are right underneath your shoulders. And I want you to push into the ground and slightly outward. From here, I want you to lift the top of your head up to the ceiling. Put some energy into this. We're not watching Saturday morning cartoons. We're working out. So lift up. Put that energy in there. Belly button pulls up to your spine. Spines to your belly button. I want you to bend your knees. And from here, lift those hips up. And if you need a little bit more, I'm going to straighten my legs out. Curl your toes under and lift up here. And just breathe. And inhale and exhale. Again, stay here. If you want a little more, we're going on to our right hand and your left hand. And then down to your left and right. And left and right and left and right. One more time, right and left and right and left. Hold here for a nice good inhale. There's a hot poker underneath your belly button. Don't lift your hips up, but just lift your energy off that poker and lower all the way down to the mat. I'm going to have you stay active on your elbows. Your hips are down on the mat. Legs are somewhat relaxed. And I want you to lift up again. From here, right arm reaches over your head and bring it right back down. And left arm reaches over your head and right back down. Getting that beautiful back extension, working against all that computer time or driving time or TV watching time, whatever takes us forward. There's a lot of potential slouching in the world, in our lives. So we're going in the other direction right here. Really reaching that arm Do your best to stay right in the middle. So I'm not sinking over to one side or the other as I lift that arm. So you can feel your obliques, the sides of your waist, kind of kick in to keep you right in the middle there. One more time right. One more time left. And hold right there. Lower yourself down. Hands go right underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Separate your knees. Sit right back on your feet. And exhale. Take a nice good inhale. Feel your rib cage expand on your thighs. And do a nice exhale. Give your nervous system a break. A little hug. Make your way up back onto your hands and knees. I'm going to go right on my side. I'm going to start on my left side. And then lie all the way down on the mat. My back is toward the back of the mat. My feet are going to be towards the front, so I'm a little pseudo banana shape. Palm is up, and I want you to have a light feeling between your waist and the mat because your hips are stacked, so that top leg is reaching long and away from you. And from here, your top hand, your right hand can be on your thigh or on your thigh. If it's real wobbly, you can bring your hand in front, but I don't want any white knuckles here. So choose what works for you. I feel like I might be wobbly today, so I might just have a little light hand in front. We'll see. Right leg, top leg lifts just hip height, no higher. Bottom leg lifts to meet it and lowers all the way down. Top leg lifts, reach it long to the other side of the room. Bottom leg lifts to meet it and lower down. We're stabilizing with our waist. So you're lifting that top leg hip height. Bottom leg lifts and you're long, head going in one direction, toes going in the other, and lower it all the way down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts, and lower it down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts, and lower it down. Let's have them both lift together. They lift and lower. Do a quick check. Make sure you don't have any tenseness. Relax your jaw. Relax any fingers that might be standing at attention when you're not looking. And I want you to lift and hold. Flex those feet and point and flex and point. And again, feel the yumminess that it is moving your ankles and all the bones in your feet. One more time. Flex. One more time, point. I lied. I want you to go back to a flex. Reach those legs even longer. Top leg only is going to lift up a little higher and lower, like you're trying to get it riding right up the wall on the other side of the room. Lift and lift and lift. One more time, lift, lower it all the way down. And from here, right leg lifts hip height. Bottom leg lifts hip height. Now I want you to lift your torso up, lift that other arm. Oh, I'm definitely wobbly today. And lower right back down. Some days are like that. This is my day. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts. Lift that torso up. Abs are tight, waist is tight. Lower all the way down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts. And lift that bottom arm. Can we lift that right hand up to the ceiling? Let it come over our head like we're flying superwomen and supermen. And from here, I want you to roll right onto your belly. Hands are over your head. I want you to press your pubic bone and your hip bones into the mat. Belly button pulls up. Keep arms and legs are going to hover. And let's go into a swim. Opposite right arm and left leg. And then switch and switch and switch and speed it up. Switch, 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 switch. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lower yourself down. Hands are going to float right underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. And I'm just going to make my way right around onto my side so I get to still face you. Doing that side lying work. Once again, back is to the back of the mat. Feet are coming to the front corner. I'm lying on my bicep like it's a little pillow. Palm is up to the ceiling. Leg, especially that top leg, is reaching long. Rib cage is pulled in. And top hand is on your thigh or on your thigh. If you need a little extra something, gently, very gently, on the mat in front of you. And we're going to start. Top leg lifts hip height, bottom leg lifts to meet it, and lower all the way down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts, and lower it down. And top, reach it long. Bottom leg lifts to meet it, and lower it down. And top leg, bottom leg, and let's keep our legs together as they both lift and lower and lift and lower. This side feels a little stronger than the other side, which I always love to compare and contrast my sides, which one feels more feng shui or not. But not much. I'm having a wobbly day, I admit. And this time you're going to lift and hold and flex those feet and point and flex and point. Flex and point and flex and point. And hold this flex. Put a little more energy. Just do a double check like you're getting pulled in the opposite direction on each side. Somebody's pulling your head in one direction, your feet in the other, and your top leg only lifts and lower. They're both hovering, but that top leg lifts just a little higher and down. And lift. Feel it coming right out of your hip. Lift and lift. One more time. Lift and lower it all the way down. From here, top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts to meet it, and that torso lifts. And then lower all the way down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts. Lift that torso up. Your head's not reaching to the ceiling. It's reaching to the other side of the room. Lower all the way down. Top leg lifts, bottom leg lifts. Slide that top arm down as you lift that torso up. Whew, there's that wiggle I have today. Hands come up to the ceiling. They reach over your head. And once again, go right onto your belly, facing the ground. I'm going to bring your arms all the way down. They're going to go flat on your thighs. I'm going to, again, press your pubic bone or your hip bone into the mat. Inhale as you lift your torso up. Reach those hands farther down towards your feet. Then rotate your hands so they face the ground. Stay long in your torso. I want you to move from your waist, and your head's going to reach over to the right corner of your mat. Stay long as you come through the center over to the left corner of your mat. Come through the center to the right and to the left. One more time right. One more time left. Come back to the middle. Lower yourself all the way down. Hands come underneath your shoulders. Push yourself up onto your hands and knees. Hands are going to stay right underneath your shoulders. Knees are right underneath your hips. And tuck your tail. Look into your belly button. And then uncurl and extend your chest forward. And tuck your tail. Curl it under. And extend. One more time. Make it a yummy one. Tuck, really reach that spine to the ceiling, and uncurl, keep pressure, pushing the ground away from you. Good, come back to the middle. Curl those toes underneath you, shoot your hips up to the sky. Bend your knees ever so slightly, aim that derriere way up to the ceiling. Rotate those arms out to the outward and feel your neck get a little longer. Bend your right knee, straighten your left, and switch. And switch, and switch, switch, and switch. Both heels go back. Nice, good inhale. Give me a nice loud exhale. Slowly walk your feet to your hands. Sit down on your rear. Take your time if you need it. And I'm going to have you sit back behind your tailbone. I want you to hover your right foot off the mat, left foot off the mat. Take your right hand, bring it in between your legs, wrap it around that right leg and grab your foot. Left hand comes in the center, wrap it around, grab your foot. Seal puppy, here we go. Tapping those toes 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Rock back, stay off your neck and your head. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3. Bring it up and hold. 1, 2, 3. Take it up the top. Hold. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. If you're rolling back and doing some 3 death taps before you fall out of here, 1, 2, 3, see if you can slow it down. Takes a lot of ab work and a lot of control to hold. 1, 2, 3, bring it forward. One more time, because it feels great. 1, 2, 3, and come up. 1, 2, 3. Bottoms of your feet come together. And I want it to be a diamond, not too close in, somewhat far out. And I want you just to sit up tall and then bend forward from your hips. A nice flat back, getting a stretch. Your elbows can encourage those knees open a little bit. And then round it forward. And restack your spine. Growing nice and tall. Holding onto your legs. Inhale, use it as an oppositional force to grow taller. Exhale. And this time, inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Drop them. Inhale, shrug them up. Drop them. Thank you for joining me. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you on day 2 tomorrow. Bye.